What up, Long Beach? It's Mike.
And JJ.
Welcome back to your home for Long Beach Sports.
This football highlight is brought to you by Naples Rib Company.
We are at Veterans Memorial Stadium, our favorite place to play football, to watch our favorite football game. This is the Moore League Super Bowl. We came up with that name. It's our favorite rivalry.
Well, yeah, for a lot of different reasons. The scene, the pageantry, the history between these two schools, they just flat out don't like each other, and we love that.
They don't. The fans, however, love that they don't like each other. It's one of those games you always have the grills fired up, a lot of tailgaters, but nobody's hungrier than the players.
Did you get some food?
I did get a little bit of food.
Nice.
Long Beach Poly, 6-1, undefeated in league. Lakewood also undefeated in league, 3-3, and they're trying to prove they're still in this conversation. This was a lopsided game last year, so Lakewood wants to make a big statement on a night that was filled with pageantry.
Well, yeah, senior night here, and I love this tradition. Let these kids have their moment, come out, shake Brawlara's hand, and one more time step out there for the fans.
Yeah, and because Poly's got so many seniors usually, like most nights, it adds about 20 minutes onto the front of the game, but obviously part of the high school experience. As is this, we love this, even in a rivalry, still about the sportsmanship. And also about big plays. John Juju Smith, welcome back from injury, his first time touching the ball, a 70-yard return.
Yeah, no surprise there. And also no surprise that both defenses started very strong, forcing 3 and outs here on the first drives.
Yeah, and that's obviously both of these teams want to lead with defense, so that makes sense. Lakewood actually deferred, but speaking of deferring, you might want to defer the option of kicking it to this guy, a 40-yard return for Smith the second time he touches the ball.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
I've heard a few things about that guy, and he does it all. He doesn't just return it and catch it, he also throws it, not expecting that. 14-yard little loft out there to Christian Pabico, and Poly goes up 7-0 halfway through the first quarter.
Smith threw that ball so quickly, and it was like off the wrong foot too. Impressive.
It really didn't look like it should have gotten up there. Poly forced a 3 and out. Ty Tiedemann to Iman Marshall.
God, he does that play action so nice, and showing the footwork here too.
And I think the play action effective here. Richard Mendoro slips behind the coverage, and Tiedemann finds him for a 43-yard touchdown.
Yeah, that is the definition of blown coverage right there. And that's a disappointment for the Lakewood Lancers because they just haven't given up the big plays this year.
Well, they could have used Dion Bailey back there on that one, JJ.
Indeed.
Poly goes up 15-0. On the next play, speaking of a Dion Bailey type move, Iman Marshall snatches it out of the air, takes it back the other way.
Wow, yeah, that is a difference maker right there, number 8. And then Josh Love, too. Well, who else is he going to throw it to?
Pabico, his second touchdown catch of the night, hands that one back to the ref.
Everybody's getting lifted up in this one. Just a bunch of jackrabbits flying through the air.
Well, and then here's your welcome to the rivalry moment for freshman quarterback Cayman Curitin from Pops. Who's your Pops? Jason Fow says hi. And then Omari Lyles. Oh, that's just not very nice. Somewhere's cousin GDL, I think, is probably smiling at that one as young 42, the junior, puts it on Curitin pretty good right there.
Yeah, we have to take another look. Picture perfect tackle right there, and that's called a lookout block.
That is definitely. Jared Utupo leading a proud front, though. They did not give up.
He and his brother, they just love the big games, man. Big game Utupo.
They definitely do. The DBs for Lakewood a little overmatched in this one. Pabico's third touchdown.
The Moore League's Chris Carter, all he does is catch touchdowns.
Jason Floyd running hard, 38 yards on 9 carries to lead his team, but Poly's defensive backs did answer the bell. Justin Calhoun spent some time on Miles Davis and did a pretty effective job of pressing mute.
Yeah, this is, I mean, what more can you say? That's Poly secondary perfectly right there.
Certainly, DB Nation out in full effect. His brother Jeremy Calhoun with the cousin Terrio, kill him! The long run. This run actually brings his season average back up over 10 yards. He's having a breakout junior year. And another junior, speaking of breaking out, JJ, Gabe El Monstro Rivera, all 6'7", 270 of them rolling in, and I wouldn't want to tackle him.
Well, yeah, neither would Todd Barr.
Trevor Arno might want to tackle him, though. 39-0 Poly halfway through the third. Not what we were expecting to see tonight, I'll tell you that. Smith, he returns, he runs, he receives, and, oh, he wants to try out for the hurdles, too.
What are you doing?
Yeah, we got to wind that one back and take another look at the elevation from the All-American. Just named an All-American earlier today, and apparently wanted to prove that he'd earned it with that hurdle right there.
Don't do that anymore, Juju.
Off the tip, the interception for Lakewood by Josh Fatu. They wanted to break this scoreless thing up here, and they got rolling. Kierton finds Claudel Anderson, bringing back memories of some other great Andersons in these games, obviously. But call the handyman on 4th down. The screen is broken, and Lakewood can't put a number up on their side of the scoreboard, and Poly goes on to win the Great American Rivalry Series trophy with a 39-0 victory over Lakewood.
Wow. Poly, once again, how many times have we said it, the class of the Moore League right now.
Back on top in this one, certainly, and they've gotten over on Lakewood pretty good these last couple of years. Kind of wondering what the future of this rivalry is going to be, but right now we're more focused on what's going to happen next week when Poly's got a bye and Lakewood has got maybe the game of the year for the Moore League in terms of what's at stake in the standings. They've got Cabrillo in a game that could decide second place.
For all of that coverage and everything local sports, you're already in the right place, so don't go anywhere else.